Hello, hello, hello. Are we live? Are we live? Yes, we are live. Hey, everybody. This is Captain E here for you for another I Like series review. That rhymes. Anyway, today we're going to be doing Denzel Washington. I already did like five cartoon people. I could do five real life people, and Denzel is a pretty good actor. I really like him. Let's see. He was. Oh, I got like his movie junk up here. Let's get like regular stuff. He was born on December 28th, 1954. He's 68? Wow. I thought he was just 50 some. I didn't know he was 68. Dang, he don't even look 60. That's wild. Born in New York. His wife, Paulita. Paulita. I didn't know he had kids too. John David, Olivia, Malcolm, and more. And his upcoming movies right now are The Little Things, May, Ratings, Black Bottom. I think The Little Things. Sorry. Yes, Denzel is a really good actor. Shirley Hoyt. Woo. Um, so when we do, I don't know like everything about his whole life. I don't actually know him personally. So when we do real life actors, I go over the first movie I saw him in, how I liked, and we'll go over all the movies he's done. First movie I saw him in was John Q. I think that was the first one. I always heard about John Q until you said make a podcast. Hey Zaya, thank you. I said I might, but I don't know how to do that. I know what those are, but I don't know how to do that. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think, yeah, I don't have an idea. I don't know how to do podcasts. I don't know where you go to make those. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I have to tell you later. I always heard of John Q, but we'll talk more in depth about John Q later. Um, his movies, he did Half Past Autumn, Casting, Thorn to John. I never seen that. The Little Things that's coming up in 2021. That's coming up 2021. I think that's supposed to be like a horror movie. I know it's like a mystery movie. Okay. Uh, it said a burned out deputy sheriff with an eye for detail teams with a detective to reel a Willie serial killer. Okay, so it's like a mystery murder thing, and I'm guessing yes, Denzel is like the sheriff, and there's another dude that's gonna be the detective. That sounds interesting. It's rated R, so it's probably gonna get pretty wild. Well, what's going on? Oh, SoundCloud. SoundCloud. Yeah, I just gotta get some. I'm gonna need a new phone. I ain't got no space for that on my phone now. My phone is maxed out on space. It's like I don't know how I get by. That sounds interesting. It's Denzel, so he'll do a really good job. He did the George McKinney Power, Heart Condition. Never saw that. None of those. For Queen and Country, The Preacher's Wife. Oh, that's him. Oh, I didn't know that was him. I seen The Preacher's Wife. It's that angel comes down to help that couple, and this was 1996. Oh yeah, he was really young. He looks a bit different. I did not know Denzel Washington was the angel in A Preacher's Wife. That's wild. Okay. Cabin copy. I mean, carbon copy. I mean, sorry, carbon copy, not copy. Sorry, Rocky, a soldier's story. Mississippi, Massalia, the mighty Quinn, victorious. Much ado about nothing. Roman J. Israel, got glasses on. Devil in a blue dress. Mo Better Blues. A great Deb Patters, The Sing. I'm saying no. Siege. I never seen that either. 1998. Okay, we're getting closer to 2000. Courage Under Fire. Cry Freedom. On Torin Fisher. He Got Game. Wow. Hey, it's really, my boy's packing up a lot of movies. The Maturing. So I can't say that. Fallen, The Bone Collector. The Maturing. Sorry, I can't say that one. The Taking of Pilham, 1, 2, 3. The Pill Can Belief, Brief. The Hurricane. Deja Vu. Crimson Tide. Unstoppable. Two Guns. I never saw Two Guns. I could have sworn my family had the DVD in like that big DVD case. Or I always seen commercials. It looked like a pretty funny, good movie. 2013. I just never saw it though. It looks good though. John Q. All right, here we go. My first movie with him was John Q. I always heard about it. It wasn't until my family came back on a trip one day. I was in the seventh or sixth grade. I think I was in the seventh grade. My mom was like, "Oh, you never seen John Q? Yeah, I can put it on." And we watched it, and that movie was so good. I got it on DVD now. It's in my room. I watch it from time to time. It's such a good movie. It's about how John, in the movie John Q's son, his heart grew too big for him, and it's like hurting him. So he needs a new heart soon. And his wife is yelling at him to do something. He's like getting 4 or 5 jobs, but it's still not enough money to make up the heart surgery. And I remember that one impactful scene where like he took the doctor to the side and he was like, "Look, man, I'm only getting 20 hours on the job. I swear to you, I promise you, all my life as a man, I will get you that money. Just please, just do this heart surgery for my son." He was like, "Sir, please get off me." And then he took over the hospital, but there was only like a couple people left in there anyway when he took it over. And like all the conversations they had, they became friends too. Like that was pretty dope. One scene I love, like every time I watch it, two scenes, I always smile and I like rewind it with John Q with Denzel because his he's so impactful in this movie, man. Like you can feel his anger and his sadness in this movie. This is like obviously this was made in 2002. I was like 1 years old, but it's like this movie right here. It was the scene where he was on the phone with the police chief and he was like, like some hostages go. He was like, "I don't know if I can do that." And then right after that, that white dude boxed him up. He stabbed him, sprayed some spray like stuff in his eye. He fought him. Then he let that Mexican woman with the baby go, and then he let the pregnant woman and her husband go. He got on the phone. He was like, "Give you your hostages." And he looked at the clock, and it was 4:15. He said, "You got until 5:15 to put my son on top of the list." And he was like, "John, I can't do that." And the way he went, he said, "I don't want to like yell, like hurt your ears, but he was yelling. He was like 515 something happens for me. Get my son on top of the list." And he just hung up the phone. Like the way that scene happens, his emotion and how he said that line, like, I was like, "Yo, that was impactful." I always wanted it. And the scene, like when they brought in a sniper to go snipe John, and they shot him in the arm, but John was able to beat him up, and he tied him up. He was like, "Yo, we had a deal. You let some hostages go. You get my son on the top of the list, and you got this sniper here." And he was like, when people are, he was like, "No, the police chief." He said, "John, there's only two ways out of here: dead or jail." And my boy Denzel said, "Chief, you're not hearing me. I'm not letting my son die. I'm not going to bury my son. My son is going to bury me." Oh, that he did that line well. He did that line so well. And when he was like, when people are sick, they need a little help. Sick, help, sick, help. I was like, oh man, like he is a trooper. He's 65. I am just wild. I knew he had great hair. I knew he had to be at least 50 something. I knew that. I didn't know he was 60 something. He did not look 60. And he's still making movies. He is a trooper. He's a trooper. Man, boy, he is a trooper. Anything else in John Q? Yeah, that those were like the most impactful scenes for me, man. Like those scenes got me, especially that scene at the end when he was like, kill me. I'm gonna kill myself. You can take my heart. And then like if the the scene we found out the gun he had this whole time wasn't even loaded. That was funny. That was funny. I remember he like put the gun to because he had to shoot himself in the head or just shoot himself in the head so they can take his heart and put it in his son. He like put the gun to his head and like he was like and he clicked it. He was like, whoa, whew, the safety's on. God. Boy, that was hilarious. This fool had the safety on, bro. Oh my goodness. Okay, next movie. We got Out of Time. Oh no, my bad. My screen went crazy. Out of Time, Safe House, Philadelphia. I think this is Philadelphia. These movies are in order. I just looked up all his movies he's done. They're kind of out of order, and yeah, they're really out of order. Remember the Titans? That's a good movie. He was a good part of the movie because in the, not the thumbnail, I guess the wallpaper or the cover. Every cover, it's Remember the Titans. You see like a silhouette of some random football player, and really the logo is just John. It's just Denzel Washington's face. It's just his face. That is why Disney wanted him. He was like the new football coach for the team, and this was like back in the day when whites and blacks weren't were like they weren't like all the way segregated. Like it got better, but it was pretty much segregated. White people didn't really like black people back in the day. It was around that time, and they didn't really like John as a new football coach, the main one, because he was black. But he made it work. He wasn't racist. They warmed up to him. I remember that scene where that other football coach called him a monkey, and when the team beat his team, how like every time sorry, I'm stuttering. Every time a sports game ends, both teams walk past each other and high five each other. Good game, good game. So good sportsmanship. He was like, "Yo, Cokes," and the Cokes kept walking. He was like, "Yo, Cokes," and he like came over. He was like, "What?" And John gave him a banana. And he was like, "Hey, have a good game, have a nice day," and walked off. And he was like, "What?" that scene was hilarious, man. That was funny. Especially, I remember that one good scene with John. I mean, not John, Denzel. I'm so used to calling Denzel John. So sorry. Denzel with when those two white dudes on the team came up to him, he was like, look, I'm the best quarterback on this team. I should be the leader of the team, blah, 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 blah. He wasn't trying to be racist, I guess, but he was just saying, I don't think they can handle it. They're pretty new. John was like, all right, everybody line up, line up. Everybody switch buses, mix up the race, switch it up, switch it up. He was not a look. Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. This was at the campsite already when they were training. He was like, look, I don't care if you're black, white, blue, purple, orange, whatever. We're all gonna get along and we're all gonna play some football. Y'all ready? That was funny. Because as soon as he said black, white, he started throwing his hand back down. I was like, what else are you gonna say? He was like, I don't care if you're black, white, blue, purple, orange, anything. We're all gonna play some football. We're all gonna do it together. Like I was like, okay, okay, John. And that seemed like he made that fat kid, explain, making everybody get to know each other. That was nice. Like, it was like he told that fat white kid, who's your roommate? He said, so and so. What is he like? He like this music. He had like two sisters, blah, 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 blah. He was like, okay, anybody else? What about you? He asked like a black guy about his white roommate. He was like, I don't know. What about you? He asked like another black guy. They were like, I don't know, because they didn't want to talk to each other. He was like, all right, from now on, unless you want to get kicked off the team, you got to know everything about your other roommate by the time we have supper. The next time we have supper, all right, break. Y'all like, okay, that was nice. That was nice. I can't remember any. I remember he had a little friendship with the coach, the other coach, the white coach, the daughter, because she was his daughter was like a girly girl. The white coach daughter was like a tomboy. She helped John. I mean, like, sorry, she helped Denzel with like football coordinates and stuff like that. That was pretty funny. And yeah, that's all I can really remember from like those main points of the movie. That's what I can really remember. Okay, let's do it. Oh, I gotta unlock my phone. The Magnificent Seven. He was in that movie. Let me look at this real quick. I could have sworn I saw that movie. Did I? Oh wait, no, I didn't see this movie. I saw the Ridiculous Eight or whatever that was on Netflix. Yeah, no, I never saw the Magnificent Seven, so I don't really know what to say on that one. I'm pretty sure he did good though as Denzel. Let's see. Inside Man, never saw that. The Book of Eli. I never saw the Book of Eli. No, I did. It was me and my cousin Terrence. We were in my theater, and we were trying to pick a movie, and we saw that on Netflix. We clicked it. We only saw like the first 20 or so minutes because he had to like go somewhere, and I didn't want to like watch without him. So until we see it again, until he comes back down to visit, I'm gonna just hold off on the movie. I don't know what it's supposed to be about. We got to the parts where like that gang like jumped Denzel. They jumped Denzel and he like took them all out with ease. And he had a bunch of scars and yeah, I don't really get. Like it was like an apocalyptic world. It was kind of confused. I don't know. I don't know what he was trying to do. I remember he was like trying to go west for a specific reason, but other than that, I don't really know what the movie was supposed to be about and why. You got me. I don't know. Uh, oops. Sorry, my phone closed. I gotta unlock it. Glory. The equal. Well, do we want to talk about that out of order? I guess so. It's whatever. All right, we got the Equalizer 2. Equalizer is so good. I always heard of it. The second, I remember my family, we watched Equalizer 1 and 2 back to back. That was funny because my sister, Leah, was like, let's go see the Equalizer 2. But me and my mom were like, we never saw the first one. We don't know what that is about. So we rented it on Blu ray. We rented it at Redbox. We watched it. That Joker was good. I'll talk about the first one when we get to that one. And then like my sister looked up the movie times. She was like, "Yo, the second one plays in like an hour." We all looked at each other like, yes, let's go. Get your coat, let's get it." So we saw the Equalizer 2 in theaters. We saw the first one on DVD. This second one, it was so good. How he was helping out that black kid. Oh wait, hold up, my bad. I gotta clear my throat. Hey, I'm still here. How he was helping out that black kid. I remember when he was going into that gang because like his brother was in a gang and he got killed by another gang, so the gang picked up him. He was like, "Yeah, you gotta go kill somebody on their gang." He broke into it, beat up everybody. He had two guns. He was like, "Yo, let's go, Miles." He was pointing guns. They're like, "Yo, who is that?" "Let's go, Miles. Let's go." I remember they were like, "Yo, who are you?" He said, "I'm your dad. Your mom just didn't tell you. Let's go." Oh, sorry. What? What? Oh, okay. Now he was like, "Yo, I'm your dad. Your mom just didn't tell you. Now let's go, Miles. Let's go." As soon as he walked out, they were like, "Who the beat was that? Who was that?" The other scene, I remember. So he faked his death because he used to be in like the CIA, FBI, and his friends did that, and their friends turned to the bad side, except for one of his friends, his best friend, the girl. His old friends killed the girl, and when he found out, that dialogue, I remember Denzel did this so well. He said, "Now, usually, give everybody a second chance to forget what they've done. And I try to let them go. This ain't one of those times. You killed my friend, and now I'm going to kill you. And the only thing I'm going to regret about it is I can only do it once." And then like his wife came out. One of the dude's wives came out. She was like, "Hey, I can give you a ride to the station or whatever." He was like, "Oh, he was like, oh yeah, Mike, so you can give me a ride." She was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, I can drive you." "Oh, thanks." He turned around and he had that big smile and he did like finger guns. He was like, "Hey, I'll see you later," and he walked away. I was like, "Oh my gosh, that was a dope." That was so dope, man. That was funny. The way he said that, he was like, "The only thing I'm gonna regret about it is I can only do it once." I'm like, "Oh, okay, okay." The other what else? Oh yeah, the first scene with those. Oh, my back is hurting. I gotta pick up my computer. The first fighting scene with those dudes that like, I think they raped that girl and they like drugged her too. Denzel was like, he was like his part time type job was an Uber. Yeah, yeah, he was like an Uber, and he saw the girl, so he went back to the house. He was like, oh yeah, the car got declined or whatever, blah blah blah. And so he came in. He was like, so what's her name? They're like, huh? You don't know it, do you? Her name's Sydney or whatever. Her name's Sydney. I'm gonna need your phones, your cameras, anything you recorded what you did to her. The pumpkin. No, no, I'm not. I messed that up. He was like, you don't know it, do you? Yeah, not gonna ask if she's all right. Is she right? No, she's pumping. They're pumping her stomachs right now. I'm like, oh snap. I don't know why. When he said like, you're not gonna ask what happened to her, and he was like, I don't know. Is she all right? No, they're pumping her stomach right now. I was so dumb when I first heard that. I thought he was trying to intimidate them by saying he sent her somewhere and they're like pumping her stomach and killing her. That's what I thought. It wasn't until later on I found out, when you have too much drugs or like too much like alcohol in your system, they gotta pump your stomach to get all that out so you'll live. That's what he was saying. I thought he was trying to intimidate them by saying, they're pumping her stomach, they're killing her or whatever. I was like, oh snap, shoot, man, like that's wild. But no, they pump your stomach to get that stuff out so you'll live because it's too much in your body. You'll die from that. When I found that out, I was like, oh, I'm so dumb. I was like, yo, I was like, what the? I was like, the dude in the movie wouldn't even kill innocent people like that. I don't know what I don't know what I was thinking. I was so dumb. Anyway, he messed those jokers up. And then I remember that last dude, he was like, yo, give me your hand. Give me your hand, give me your hand. He broke his finger. He was like, yo, don't cry. Don't cry now. He broke like a finger. He was like, look, I'm in the 5-star review. All right, you hear me? A 5-star review. Don't forget it, Junior. He broke like 2 fingers and he walked out. As soon as he got in his car, he looked down, he checked his phone, and he had like 7 stars. It was hilarious. And then he helped out that old dude. He was supposed to get like a pain. He was like a Jew refugee. I don't want to like be disrespectful. I think that's what you call it. How he was in like the camps and he was like a refugee, and the Denzel's character helped him out. He always talked about how he got separated from his family. He saw like a painting he really wanted. He didn't just get his family painting back for him. He got his sister back because that was like his last living relative after the Holocaust and stuff. I was like, oh, that was so nice. That was dope. And other than that, I didn't know if like the main points I can remember from Equalizer 2 for Denzel. Right after that, we got Malcolm X. I never saw Malcolm X. He looks just like him. That's wild in this poster. We got Fences. I never saw Fences. I did see a clip where like he's talking to his son. They started fighting in like the backyard, but I never actually like saw the movie myself. American Gangster, 2007. I never saw that. We got Flight. I never saw Flight. I remember on his birthday last year. It was his birthday, and it was like blown up on Instagram. And I saw a Flight, which really makes me want to watch it right now. The way Denzel did this scene, like, I know I keep saying it, but the way he did this scene, it was like I guess I don't know if he crashed the plane, but I don't know. He's like getting interrogated or whatever, and they're like, what about? He was like, they were like asking him about these specific dates, and he was like, yes, on that date, October 9th, 1998, I was intoxicated, and he was like starting to tear up and stuff. He was like biting his teeth. And then she was like, okay, how about this? Yes, I was drunk. I was drunk. I'm drunk right now. I'm drunk on this block because I'm an alcoholic. And like, the cameras are going crazy. Everybody's like, yo, are you really alcoholic? Did you really crash that? They didn't say that, but they're asking them questions. Cameras are going crazy and news reporters. I'm like, I guess obviously he didn't crash a plane. If he crashed a plane, he'll die too. So he must have did something, to have this happening. But the way he's like, his eyes started tearing up gradually when each date started getting confirmed that he was drunk, and he was like, you know what? Yeah, I was just drunk. I was drunk on that day. Yes, yes, because I'm an alcoholic. Like he a mixer. I'm like the way he was just starting to tear up from each date, and him realizing like, I got a problem. I got a serious problem. Like the way he just started realizing that and started tearing up. I was like, yo, that's a good scene right there. I don't know where I can find this movie. I doubt it's in Redbox, but I gotta find it. I gotta see Flight someday. I'm pretty sure it was a good movie. Denzel was in it. I don't know who made it. Probably maybe Sony. I don't know. You got Man on Fire, Training Day. I got Training Day in the thumbnail, but I never actually seen Training Day. And the last movie up to date. Well, no, this isn't the last movie on this list is the first Equalizer. But I think the last movie up to date is Equalizer 2. And then the next movie after that is that new one, I think. Equalizer, the first one, like I said, right before we saw the second one, my family rented the first one on Redbox, and it was really good. I liked it. The scene where he first started, it was kind of slow in the beginning. It was really slow. But that first scene when he started fighting, he like clocked his time on the watch, and he beat up all those gangsters because he was like, look, I'll give you like I forgot the money, but it was a lot. It was a lot. I'll give you like 50,000 for you to stop pimping out that teenage girl and let her go. It wasn't hard cash, it won't be traced, here you go. He was like in a bag. And he looked at it and he was like, he shook his hand. He said, yeah, 50,000 when I'm done with her. And he was like, oh, okay, he got jokes. Walked over to the door, locked it. He boxed everybody up, killed them. And then I remember he like sliced the main dude's throats. And then he like fell on the ground and he just sat next to him. And he would like explain, I'm like, yeah, when you slice a throat this way, the blood pours out. You only get like a minute left to live and figure out what's going on. Like, look at your surroundings. He was like, yep, you just want to be that arrogant and pompous. And now look at you. You're bleeding out, dying on the nasty floor. Some people, and he stood up and walked away. I was like, what? Okay. That is wild. And the last, no, there was two more scenes with him. It was that scene where that robber came into because he worked at like a convenience store and he changed his name. Well, not like a convenience store. He worked at like a Lowe's. Yeah, it was like a Lowe's he worked at. And he was like becoming friends with this fast security guard, trying to become a security guard. There's this robber that came in asking for the money, and the cash was there. So he was like, "Okay, calm down, calm down." The cash was there, giving him the money. Ain't no problem. But then the robber saw the lady's ring, and she was like, nah, this is my mother's ring. I can't. And he was like, yo, give me the ring. Don't worry, don't worry. He gave her the ring. He looked at him. He like analyzed what he's wearing, what he has on, his tattoos. He was like, okay, I got him. He walked over, grabbed a sledgehammer. We don't see him fight him, but the very next scene, the ring is in the cash register. She puts it back on and she's looking up. I'm like, what? And right after that, we see this man Denzel wiping off the sledgehammer, wiping off blood. I'm like, yo, he just puts it back on the shelf. Somebody else can use it. That was funny. And then like there was like this German dude in the mafia. He was like, intimidating him, figuring out who he was because there was like multiple scenes where he's trying to figure out. Like there was that one scene where like he's sending somebody to go beat him up. Denzel took out the lights, beat him up. The lights came back on. The dude was gone. He's sitting there like, huh? What just happened? What is going on? Then you got the scene where at the end when they're fighting in the convenience store. I mean the Lowe's basically. Denzel has like a nail gun, and he's shooting at him in specific spots. I thought he was shooting at his joints. I thought he got his joints, specific joints, because he like shot at his arm, then he couldn't bend his arm. Then he shot his other like his leg, and he couldn't bend his leg. So I thought he shot the nail right in the specific joint area where it bends, so he couldn't move. And he killed him. And he killed the mob boss because he was like trying to interrogate with him. He didn't want the money, blah 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 blah. So he was like, okay, turned off the lights, turned it back on, took a step out the water, and because he was in like his bathtub, and like he got electrocuted. Like, he took down a whole mob boss company by himself. That is wild. That is so wild, man. Whew. And that was the last movie on the list. After that, you got what was that movie called? Let me go look back at it. The Little Things. You got the Little Things. That's coming out 2022. I mean 2021. I don't think we got a month, but we'll probably get one soon. It probably still get delayed because it's next year. Maybe COVID will die down by then. And oh wait, before I end it, I did want to go back because it said and more. I don't want to leave out any kids. Oh, Black Bottom. I forgot about that one. I said Malcolm and Kita. Kita, yeah. And let me go look at the other movie we had on him. It's another movie that's coming up for him. So the little things. Oh, it's May Riley's Black Bottom. It's a Netflix film. Oh, it came out this year. I think it's already out. Here they are. Tensions rise when Tribulation blues singer May Riley's and her band gather at a recording studio in Chicago in 1927. Oh no, it's not out. It's supposed to come out December 18th this year. And oh, Chadwick Boseman's in the movie. Oh man. Sorry. So yeah, that's about it for Denzel Washington. Like, subscribe, and thank you all for watching. I see you, beautiful, and thumbs up to all you beautiful women and handsome men out there. Thank you for being wonderful human beings. I'll see you guys later, and bye. Yeah. Thumbs up to the great Denzel too. Great actor, great person, man. Bye.